Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Mystic Brilliance. If you've ever looked up at the moon and felt something, maybe something magical or something ancient, then you're going to love what we're diving into today. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make your very own crystal moon water elixir. Whether you're just starting your Wiccan journey or you're curious about energy work, this is a super simple but deeply powerful ritual you can do every single month. So get cozy and let's make some moon magic together. First things first, what even is crystal moon water elixir? It's basically water that has been charged with the energy of both the moon and crystals. That makes it the super high vibe potion that you can use in your rituals, spells, self-care, or even just to shift the energy in your space. The moon brings her own unique energy depending on the phase that she is in, such as intention setting during the new moon or releasing and cleansing during the full moon. Crystals, on the other hand, each have their own energetic properties. So when you combine these two powers together, you get this pure, powerful magic. Now, this isn't just spiritual fluff. It's an intentional practice rooted in ancient traditions that helps you align with the rhythms of nature and your inner self. So now that you have a better idea of what crystal moon water elixir is, let's talk about what you'll need to make your own elixir. For your supplies, you'll need a clear glass jar or a bottle that has a lid on it. You'll also want filtered or spring water. If possible, try to avoid using tap water because sometimes it can contain chemicals or impurities that might affect your moon water. However, if you have to use tap water, that's fine. Go ahead and work with what you have available and what works best for you. Now, you'll also need a few crystals, and I'll go over in just a second some of the better options that you can use. And finally, you'll want a spot where you can put your moon water. It needs to have some kind of access to moonlight, such as a windowsill, a balcony, or even in your own backyard. Optionally, you can also use a label, a pen, and an intention card if you're doing something very specific with your moon water or you're really trying to charge it with some very specific type of intention. Now, like I said, there are certain types of crystals that you want to use, but you have to be 100% sure that these crystals are non-toxic and water safe. Personally, I prefer to place my crystals around the jar instead of putting them in the water, because I always like to be better safe than sorry. This is really important to remember because not all crystals are safe to put in water. For example, some crystals like selenite and malachite can actually dissolve and release toxins in your water. If you're ever unsure if your crystal is water safe, just place it next to the jar rather than inside it. Like I said, better safe than sorry. Now, some of my favorite crystals to use when making moon water elixir include clear quartz, which is this perfect all-purpose stone that helps amplify the energy of other crystals around it. I also like using amethyst because it's great for spiritual protection, intuition, and it's a very calming stone. Moonstone is really good for divine feminine energy, cycles, and intuition. And rose quartz is absolutely great for self-love, heart healing, and emotional balance. All right, now let's walk through the steps of what you need to do to make your own crystal moon water elixir. First, you'll want to cleanse everything. This includes physically cleaning your jar or your bottle and energetically cleaning your crystals. You can use something like smoke, sound, or even moonlight itself to cleanse your crystals. Next, you'll want to fill your jar with water, and remember to leave a little bit of space at top if you plan to store your jar for a little bit. After that, you'll want to set your intention. So hold your hands over your jar and speak your intention either out loud or silently to yourself. For example, you can say something like, I charge this water with peace, clarity, and loving energy. You'll then want to add or surround your jar with the crystals that you want to use. Again, make sure that they're water safe. If they are, you can gently place them inside the jar. But if they're not, place them around the base, or you can even put them on top of the lid. That's fine too. Remember, it's perfectly fine to err on the side of caution. I'll say it one last time because it really is that important. All right, now you're ready to place your jar under the moonlight. Set your jar somewhere where the moon can shine on it. This can be outdoors, it can be on a balcony, or it can even be inside on a windowsill if you don't have access to a safe outside space. You'll want to leave your jar there overnight during the new moon or the full moon or any other moon phase that aligns with the intentions that you're trying to set. And finally, it's time to collect your moon water. Before the sun hits it directly, especially if it's going to be a hot day, bring your moon water inside. You can store it somewhere cool and dark, such as a cabinet or even on your altar. If you're making moon water during different phases, consider labeling your jar with the moon phase and the date so you can track your energetic work and make sure that you're not accidentally mixing up your bottles. Now for the fun part. What can you do with your crystal moon water elixir? Well, fortunately, there are plenty of ideas. I'll discuss some of them here, but I'll also put a link in the description to a blog post that I have on my website that goes into a lot more detail about things that you can do with moon water. It's in the description below. So you can use moon water to anoint your tools or your altar items during a ritual. You can also add a little splash to your bath for spiritual cleansing. You can use it in a spray bottle to refresh the energy around your home. You can use it to water your plants and bless them with high vibes. That's one of my favorite things to do with moon water. You can also put a few drops on your third eye or your heart center during meditation. And obviously, you can use it as a powerful base for spell work or potions. Plus, if you didn't put any crystals directly in the water, you can even drink a few sips to spiritually align your energy. Now, obviously, if you plan on consuming your moon water, you always want to make sure that everything was clean, purified, and safe. And there you have it, your very own crystal moon water elixir, charged with intention, lunar energy, and crystal magic. Isn't it amazing how something so simple can be so energetically potent? I'd love to hear how you plan to use your elixir. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. How you plan to use your elixir. Go ahead and drop a comment below, share your intention or your favorite crystal combo that you like to use with moon water. Also, if you enjoyed this cozy little ritual, please don't forget to like this video and click that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you don't miss any more magical tips here on Mystic Brilliance. Until next time, stay grounded, stay glowing, keep the magic going. Blessed be.